So today let's start with the second part of the chapter, and I have already explained to you this chapter in a live class. So we'll just go with a quick summary touching all the points that I explained to you in the video. So the first the next that after the Amazon basin, today we will be studying about the life in the Ganga and the Brahmaputra basin. Now when we talk about the Ganga and the Brahmaputra basin, we always talk about the northern plains because this it lies in the northern plains, and you all know that the northern plains is very fertile. It's a plain area drained by a lot of rivers, its tributaries, the main river being Ganga. And being a flat land, it is also very populous, and there's a lot of population. And the rivers flowing, there's a lot of transportation through rivers. Then agriculture is the main occupation. And paddy, that is rice, is grown in abundance because of a lot of water. Railways, railway tracks, roadways, and even airports here are very well developed. This is what I am talking about, is the Ganga, the northern plains. The next is about the Brahmaputra. The Brahmaputra is it's a river that is flowing from it is flowing parallel to India. Okay, it is on the, as I said in the video also, that it is flowing parallel to India in China, and in China it is known as Sanko. And when it enters India from Arunachal Pradesh, where it is called as Brahmaputra. Brahmaputra's tributary is Teesta. Now, in the Brahmaputra, as you know, it is one of the broadest rivers also. So, when we start with the life in the Ganga and the Brahmaputra, it's always talk about the tributaries of Ganga. So, when we talk about the tributaries of Ganga, we also talk about the different tributaries like the Ghagra, the Gandhak, the Son, then there is Kosi, Chambal. All these are tributaries of Ganga. That makes the land very fertile. And then it is the Ganga and the name of the Ganga and the Brahmaputra, the mountains and the foothills of the Himalayas and the Sundarbans. The Sundarban is a delta area where the Ganga and the Brahmaputra they meet, and making it the world's largest growing delta and the fastest and the largest growing delta in the world. Now this delta provides a lot of, they had a lot of oxbow lakes that we have already studied in the previous chapters. Now most of the water that these rivers get is due to monsoon. Okay, because monsoon is very much active in the season of monsoon in the northern plains. So they get a lot of water in the monsoon time. Then the area, the topography of the area. Now what is the topography? That means the landform. Now here the topography is that it's a plain land in the northern plains, which is dominant for a lot of agriculture and population. There is a lot of population. Then the mountain areas and the steep slopes are inhospitable terrain. The foothills, it is in basically the northern plains come the foothills of the Himalayas, which has valleys and not so rich soil, whereas in the northern plain, it is very rich and very fertile. But in the foothills of the Himalayas, the population is also very less. Now these mountains are steep slopes and inhospitable terrains. Now they are very less for human habitation also. The soil is fertile, and the main occupation of the people here is that they grow paddy, as I already told you, because there is a lot of availability of water for rice, and rice requires a lot of water. So the main occupation here is growing paddy. Now wheat, apart from paddy, they grow wheat, maize, sorghum, millets, gram. All these are different kinds of pulses that are grown here. Even sugarcane, cash crop, sugarcane, and then jute is also one of the occupation here. Then banana plantation, and when we talk about Assam, when we talk about these areas, on the eastern side, they are very famous for growing tea plantation. They have a lot of tea plantation because they have an apt amount of water, humidity, and the soil that is very rich in growing tea leaves. Okay, they have the slanting land. The topography of the land is such that it gives a lot of famous for tea plantation. Like Assam tea is very famous. The tea that has been grown in Darjeeling are world famous tea leaves that are there they grow. Then the next, when we talk about Bihar and all, what are the important culture? There is they grow, they breed actually these silkworms. Okay, like that is known as sericulture. Okay. So the growing of silk, the breeding of silkworms for silk is known as sericulture. That is very much grown in Bihar and Assam. Now vegetation cover varies according to the type of landforms, right? Now in the plains, there are a lot of hardwood trees that are growing, like teak, shisham, then you have sal, mahogany, all these are growing. But when we go, then there's a lot of bamboo trees also. When we grow at a height, the difference of tree, like they have deodars in the foothills of the Himalayas that are very tall trees, pine trees, cheddar, all these are grown there. Then in the West Bengal side, there is a delta formation. There is a lot of delta in the Ganga Brahmaputra where these rivers meet. There is a delta. So here there is a mangrove cultivation. Now what is mangrove? Mangrove is a type of cultivation. It's a type of trees that are grown in the delta region. That is the Sundarban delta. Now you must have heard about the Sundari trees that are specially grown in this area. You will find only in the Sundarban delta. Now these trees are having roots that are submerged in water throughout the year because it's a delta. And what protects them from getting rotten? Okay, that is the layer of oil. It's like they have a skin that is like it has an oil on it that protects it from the water to stay on them, and because of that the roots don't get destroyed or rotten being submerged in water all the time. Those trees are known as the Sundari trees, and they are specially found in the mangrove forest of the Sundarban delta. Then you have coniferous trees, as I told you about the pine, and the coniferous trees are basically grown where? In the mountainous region. Now they have a variety of wildlife also. You find you have elephants, you have the famous one-horned rhino that is found in Assam. Then you have the extinct dolphin that is also called as Susu, S-U-S-U. Okay, that is found in the river of in the Ganga only. That is world famous. Okay, and it is getting endangered. It is an endangered category or even getting extinct. Then you have crocodiles, you have alligators, you have different reptiles, snakes. All these are found. Then you have different kinds of birds. All even monkeys, lion, tiger, the famous Sundarban, the Bengal tiger that is found in the Sundarban, all of it are founded in this region. Then because it's a delta, there's a lot of water, so you have different variety of fishes like rohu, katla, hilsa, all these. So it is all famous. Now because of so many things, because of the climate being very apt. Now the climate, when we talk about the climate of this region, is very apt. It's a continental climate. That means neither too hot and not too cold in this region. That makes it very inhabited. Okay. So here, as we come to the last part of the chapter about the people, about how the people live. They have a lot of industries set up in this area. There are a lot of famous towns. Those are also, you can say, historical towns like Lucknow, we have Haridwar, we have Allahabad, Varanasi, Kolkata, then we have Kanpur. All these places are full of population because it's a plain area. Not only population, they have a lot of industries set up, that attracts a lot of people. Apart from this, these all cities are also famous for its historical sites and tourism attraction. Tourist attraction like the great Taj Mahal, one of the 7 wonders of the world, and that is one of the biggest tourist attractions from the whole world. People come to watch, to see Taj Mahal from all over the world. Then they come to see the Kumbh Mela from lakhs and lakhs of population. People come here to see this from all over the world. So all these are all pilgrimage towns and historical places that makes it a hub of tourist attraction. Then they have, because of the rivers, they have important ports like Hooghly is one of the important ports in Kolkata. And all these, apart from these, there are also wildlife sanctuaries, bird sanctuaries, biodiverse. All these are bioreserves. All these, like we have the Kaziranga, the Manas in Assam. You have the Sundarbans in West Bengal. Then you have so many other different wildlife sanctuaries. Then we have Jim Corbett. Jim Corbett is also very famous for tigers. All these are the famous things that you will find in the Ganga and the Brahmaputra Delta. And I hope the whole summary I have summed up in this, and I hope you have understood the chapter well. And obviously you must have attended the live class and you must have been very clear about this, and in the next class I will be taking up a small test on this video and the coming videos of the 2 other classes. Thank you, girls.